Well, hello out there again, YouTube land. I'm going to get started on these three acoustic projects. So what we're going to do, we're going to do an in-depth dive into them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each one of them. And I usually don't like to do it this way, but this is where I'm going to do it today. I'm going to go through each one, and I'll show you on video. We're going to adjust the truss rods on each one of them. First one I grabbed was this Yamaha. Has really high action on it. What I do is I hold my finger down at that first fret down here on the 12th fret, and I check to see what kind of relief, and there's quite a bit of relief here, so we're going to adjust some of that out by turning the truss rod. See if we can get this action down to a playable action. Oh yeah. That thing has not been turned. I don't think these guitars have had any work done to them since they were new, and the evidence is there to show to me that they have not been messed with. We still got some more to go. Now this one looks like somebody's already filed a nut on it. So if I can't get this low enough by adjusting this, then it is where it's going to be. So this one is right on the ragged edge of having the neck reset done to it. And it is a glued in neck, it's not a bolt on neck. So now the question would become, is it worth resetting the neck? And I'll say no. And oh man. Yeah, I'd say this one's, let's loosen that up a little bit up here. Loosen the strings up so it's a little easier to twist it. Yeah, we're bottomed out. Very close to bottoming out here. I don't know if I should crank on that anymore or not. Yeah, that's it. It's bottomed out, and that's as low as she's going to go. It still needs to bow back some, and it's just not wanting to move. So what I could do with this one is I can put this on heat the neck up on this, and then put some clamps on it so it forces it. All I do is loosen that truss rod back up, force the neck back, and then re-snug the truss rod again and see if that'll do anything. So that's what I'll do with this one is I'll loosen the strings up, loosen the truss rod up. We'll heat that neck up, and we'll bow that neck backwards in hopes that we can get that to pull back some. Another trick I could try is I can spray some water up inside the guitar itself and put it under pressure and clamps and let it pull back, let it dry out, and then see what happens with that. Because the saddle on this one is somebody's already filed it, and I don't really want to take it down I could take it down a little bit, but not enough to do what needs to be done to this guitar. So anyway, that's that one. So let me go grab the other one now. I'll bring you back in when I get the other one on the bench. This one is a Sigma guitar, established in 1970. It needs a new saddle. Somebody put the wrong, incorrect saddle in this. It's loose. I can see it loose inside the bridge. And I can look at it under my light here, and you can see the gap between the saddle and the bridge here. So it needs to be replaced. It looks like it's been injured anyways. It's surprising sometimes when I come across guitars that's had, I don't know, like somebody takes a hammer to it and beats on them or something. I don't know. But everything else looks good on it. The fret-ends feel fairly good until you get up here. That's pretty normal. Up here it feels pretty smooth. There's no fret wear that I can see on the guitar, so that means it hasn't been played all that much. So we're gonna see if we can turn that truss rod. No, it ain't moving. It ain't moving. It's stuck. But if you remember in my now this one here is suffering from two other things. If you remember on one of my other videos, I was talking about belly pull. This one's got definite belly pull going on in it right here. In fact, you can feel it. What's happened is that the bridge is tilted up this way. So this could benefit from a bridge doctor. Help pull this bridge back down where it belongs. And what it is, it's starting to collapse up here. You can see the sign of the neck. I'm trying to keep you in video here. Again, it's got belly pull right in here. You can feel it. It's nice and flat here, but here it's bowed up. Up here, it's starting to cave in. That means that neck is being pulled this way, and means that this guitar has been sitting somewhere where there's been heat on it, and there's quite a bit of saddle here. And like I said, this saddle's the incorrect saddle for this guitar. It's not fitting in the bridge quite correctly. It's leaning forward. The saddle leans forward, and it needs to be sitting straight up and down. And so I don't know. It's going to take some work. This would really benefit from a bridge doctor on it. Help get some of that belly out. It needs, like I said, it needs some attention done to it. Yeah, you can sit here and look at it and see that the bridge is tilting upwards like this. So that's part of that gap here. So that's part of it. And like I said, you can see it's just starting to pull just enough to cave this part of the guitar in. So what I might do to this one, the same thing. I'll probably squirt some water in there and get some heat on it, and then put under clamps and pull that neck back. I don't think it's a bolt-on neck. Yeah, it's glued in. But see, that's what I was talking about. They need to change the acoustic design somewhat up here. This has got a real small heel in here where this neck attaches to. It's real narrow, and that's what's causing it to pull and bow and cave this in up here. It's just too narrow. I don't know why they can't extend these blocks out just a little bit further, give it a little more stability, and they would probably never happen if this was had a wider um, neck block in there. Come on, people. Not my. See, that just proves to me that they build these things, they manufacture these things in a factory. They produce as many as they can so they can sell as many as they can. They don't care what happens to it. And they just sell. It's like back when I used to work in the used car industry. A painted car runs better, and we'd paint. You'd be surprised how we'd paint cars. Them paint jobs wasn't put on a car to last. They were put on there to sell, and like it or not, they would sell. And same way when they build guitars, I don't care if it's acoustic, electric, or whatever it is, they're going to spend as least money on it they can, make it look as pretty as they can, and then sell them and make their money on them. That's all they care about. Alrighty, on to the third one. Alright, here's the third and final one, another Yamaha. Thing is, they're all about the same way in the action department here. Now this one, nobody's done anything to the bridge on this one, but we're going to test this truss rod. If I can get it in there. See, now the same thing on this one. It has a it's only about that block of wood holding that neck in up here at the top here is only about that thin or that thick. I mean, come on. I don't know. I don't know. All the places they can cut for wood, and that's where they cut it at, where it needs it the worst. Golly, every one of these are stiff. Yeah, stiff. Well, that one actually seemed to help. Let's see if we can go a little bit more on it. Yeah, that one's right where it should be right at the moment. But we can lower the bridge on this one, the bridge saddle, and put new strings on it. Oh yeah, the fretwork on this one's really nice, on the edges anyway. Again, has a little bit of a belly bulge here. You can feel it with your hand. It's right in that, right up here in that area. It's bulged all the way around there like that. It's nice and flat here, and it bows up here. So another one that could use a bridge doctor on it. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and set this one up. I'll talk to you later. Oh yeah. It surprises me when you look through cases and you can tell how old a guitar's been sitting around. Instead of people buying tuners back in my day, we used to buy these pitch pipes. I hadn't seen a pitch pipe in years, and I was surprised when I opened that one guitar case up and these were sitting in there. We had $8.95 for that pitch pipe. And pretty cool. That's the way we used to tune our guitars. I no longer use them. In fact, I lost mine. I don't remember whatever happened to mine. I think probably threw it away because I don't use them. And just thought it was kind of a neat memory thing for me. I saw those, and man, sure brought some memories back of the past, back when I was a kid. Alrighty, I just thought I'd share that with you. I'll talk to you all later. Alright, I just talked to the guy that owns these guitars, and he doesn't want to spend the money on fixing them other two. Yeah, because they're just too far gone. The one, like I said, has a frozen truss rod in it, and I can't get it unstuck. So the only thing I know to do is pull the fretboard, pull the truss rod, see if I can work with it and get it unstuck and reinstall it and re-glue the fretboard. And if you go that far, you might as well pull the neck and reset the neck and all that stuff. Not worth it. So I just pretty much told him, I'll fix this one up for him. This one seems to, out of the three, is the best one to fix, and for what he wants it for. So that's what I'm going to do. I went ahead and filed or sanded the bridge saddle down some, which got the action down pretty close. Still not where I like it at, but it's close enough. I mean, it's right there, almost on that quarter. That's my little trick. I always use a quarter at the 12th fret and see where we're at. It's almost there. Probably if I filed on the saddle a little bit more, it would bring it down even more. But I think I'm going to leave it right there where it's at, because it's really close now. The high E string is right where I need it, and the low E is still could come down just a tiny bit, but I'm going to leave it the way it is. So I need to sit down and cool off for a minute. I feel like I'm getting overheated. So I'm going to sit down for a moment and cool off, and then we'll come back, put some strings on it. These are the strings that he furnished for it, Ernie Ball. These are made for acoustic. These are 11s, I think is what they are. Yeah, 1152s. There we go. 1152. So that's what's be going on here in a minute. I gotta go sit down for a moment. I'll be right back. All right, let's try this again. I'd go ahead and pull all the strings off, so I'm gonna clean that fretboard and clean the frets and all that. I got the action down close enough, make it playable. I was kind of disappointed. The other two guitars just ain't worth fixing. And sometimes you come across that. They've just been abused too long for, they've just been abused too long, and with no maintenance ever done to them, and other than maybe somebody changing a string on it once in a while. But again, out of the three, this was the best candidate to get it up and playing for my friend. And I'm not charging him for this. This is one of my freebie things that I do, and this is what I do. I'm not greedy. I don't need the money and all that stuff. And yeah, them strings have been in there since this guitar was new. So anyway, I'm just sad that we couldn't save the other two. Yeah, sometimes you can reach down underneath there and get that little eyelet to poke back through. Cheap guitars, see the nut just come off. Have to glue that back on. Those other two, I'd basically have to tear them all down, pull the necks, and it'd be weeks worth of work to do to them to get them straightened out. So this fretboard's got a lot of crud on it. It's what I call settlement crud. It's where the guitar has just been sitting around, showing signs it's set near a heater or something. All the dust and stuff has settled into the onto the fretboard. I'm just going to take a razor blade here and just scrape away at it. So we're just going to drag that. I'm using 0000 steel wool. Not even go over that fretboard with that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and say this again. I'm using this stuff right here for my fretboards. And because somebody online going around telling people, oh, you gotta be careful with that, causes health problems and blah, 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 blah. Some of my buddies that was using it have quit using it because of that. And if you read the label, he says, read the label. I read the label. All it talks about, if ingested, this is what you do. It does not say anything about prolonged use. Give me a break, people. I've used this stuff on everything I own, and it works really well. It's just beeswax and orange oil. Give me a break. But if you feel better going out spending $30-40 for a tiny bottle of fretboard oil, then go ahead. It's your money. And it's just as toxic as this stuff is. And again, some of the stuff, chemicals, other chemicals you guys use on your guitars are more toxic than this stuff is. So you're going to stop using it too. You're going to stop spraying your guitars with lacquer. You're going to stop spraying your guitar with polyurethane. You're going to stop using true oil and tongue oils and all that stuff because they're all toxic. What do you want to do? Just build your guitar in bare wood? Well, there's woods out there that are highly toxic. You shouldn't even be messing with it without a respirator. And so what do you want to do? Wear a hazmat suit while you build your guitar and then wear another one to play your guitar? Come on. Give me a break. I just get aggravated with all this stuff that goes on social media. I'm going to string this thing up. What I did, I just cleaned this down with that mean green. Is that what I call it? Yeah. Another product I like to recommend is that stuff right there. Works great on guitars. I hope you guys are. Everything out there is doing good on was this Labor Day weekend? This is a Monday. Try to get some people to come over for a barbecue, but they didn't want to, so I heck with it. So my wife and I, we're going to barbecue some steaks later on, hopefully, if I'm feeling like it. Probably press through and do them anyway. Alrighty, so we're ready to string this baby up. And again, we're using these Ernie Ball Earthwood. And there's 1152s. I've never used Ernie Ball before. This is what he likes. That's fine. I don't care what you use on your guitars. I like the Adarios, but that's me. Alrighty, here we are. We're all strummed up. Sounds pretty doggone good. It's just a straight acoustic. There's no electronics in it. It's just straight acoustic. There we have it. Just a simple acoustic by Yamaha. Basically all I did was I bottomed out the truss rod. It could still be pulled back a tiny bit, but we're going to leave it just the way it is. I filed the saddle down some, or sanded the saddle down more to get the action a little bit closer. It's close, but not close enough for me. I had to re-glue the nut back on because it fell off, and put on a new set of strings. Well, cleaned it, cleaned the fretboard, cleaned the frets, and this ought to make him a good little campfire guitar. So anyway, we're gonna be let it sit around in my room in here for a couple of days, and then I'll give it back to him on Thursday, I think. Wednesday or Thursday. Depends on which day comes first.
Well, if you wait till Thursday, he can just pull it out of the house, all three of them, and put it in his car. We don't have to.
Yeah, that's true. Let him do the work.
Yeah, let him do all the work. All right, y'all. We'll be talking at you.